we set out to make the best MMA game ever made, and I mean, I think you could argue that we achieved that. I think the most important thing is to not sort of be complacent in success, right? So we literally sat down and looked at every aspect of the game. How can we improve this? And there were things that were on the drawing board last year that didn't make it in because of various reasons, but we had more time now to go back and develop those aspects. The sways, for example, that was something that's been in there for a while, just not really working correctly. We reworked the targeting collision system completely, quadrupled the number of strikes, tripled the number of ground positions, doubled the submissions. So there's so much that went into making this game not just another yearly title, but we wanted to make, again, a better game that crushed the previous offering. We have over 100 fighters in the game, and as you remember last year, half of our fighters were created via our Create-A-Fighter parts. So literally, about 40 were made in this photorealistic manner. And this year, thanks to the close working relationship we have with the UFC, over 100 fighters are now modeled in this photorealistic manner. Everything from the scars to the tattoos. I mean, I was calling managers like, "Oh, is that scar? Does he still have it? I don't know. Should we put it in?" The UFC's tagline is as real as it gets, and that certainly makes its way into the game. I mean, the career mode's improved. You'll see improvements to the creative fighters themselves, to match up against these photorealistic roster fighters. So again, as I mentioned, we didn't just sit back and bask in our success. We really set out to probably do a lot of work that gave me a lot of gray hair. But I think the fans will appreciate it once they get the chance to play it.
Nice left hands and a knee to the midsection. Oh, that head kick landed.
It's all about making a good game first. We had a great brand, then it was about making a great game, and THQ pulled it off. They pulled off a great game. Everybody was happy with it. I think the word of mouth on this game alone, when people saw it and started to play it, it spread like wildfire. From what the guys tell me, the guys who are playing it now, the developers, they won't even play the old game because this game's so much better. And there's so many different things that they've done. Last game didn't have southpaws. Now it has southpaw, and if that fighter actually switches during his fights, he'll have the ability to do that in the game.
As a UFC fighter, that they've done a good job of kind of recreating how it's like to actually participate in the sport in a video game.
I mean, yeah, you don't get beat up for real, but yeah, it looks pretty good. It's look very realistic. People punch you and a cut will open up, or you get a blue, people swelling and blood. I think, yeah, it looks real cool compared to real fighting. And they got all the moves, people, if they don't know the terminology, like guard or mount or side mount or armbar and all that, they're gonna, I don't know if I can swear, I'm sorry.
The true hardcore fans, as great as the game was, people had their, oh, if it had this, if it did that, if it did this. And I think THQ has fixed a lot of those things, and I think the fans are going to love this game even better.
Looking back at sort of things that were, on the drawing board that we weren't able to get in, but also listening to the community. I mean, hey, we do read every board, and we're all over it. I mean, we're out there. I have names. I have a list. And I guess that's the beauty of the anonymity of the internet, is that people can just say whatever they want. But, we do have a lot of support out there, and we do have a lot of people that believed in us. And we, again, as I mentioned, are hyper competitive, not within the industry, within the company, but within ourselves. We set out to one up what we did last year, and last year we felt we got close, and this year we got even better.
Push kick. Good punch right there.
What are you looking forward to with this new game coming out?
Beat some people up. That's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to getting some guys in there and beat them up.
Oh, that's a big shot.
The demo here looked real nice. They tweaked up the graphics a little bit, tweaked up the gameplay. I think it's going to be pretty cool.
One of the things that really led to the longevity of the 2009 product is that people were amazed at how deep it really was, at how much effort really went into it, how many things were available to you as a player. Going into the 2010 product, we talked about in the demo the unified grappling system, where we've taken the dynamic of transitioning on the ground, doing those quarter circle turns, greater than quarter circle turns, and now we've put that into the clinch position. Last year there was a unique control scheme for the clinch position. We've now taken the ground dynamic and added that to the clinch, so now that permeates all the aspects of the game. So you're not having to relearn specific controls for specific positions. Our grappling system is going to translate to every aspect of the game. Online certainly expands this year. Last year we had kind of a limited offering. This year, though I can't get into too many details, we have the advent of online camps, which is a really cool aspect. You can essentially create clans and guilds, and you'll be able to kind of spar with your friends and train them to friends, and that'll actually translate to the career mode as well. There'll be aspects of online that we encourage you to participate in because it'll directly relate to your career mode. So I think you'll see a lot of improvements to the online play. There'll be a lot of cool new features there, and something which we think will add to the longevity of the 2010 product. There's so much more depth to this game, but it still maintains, that visceral impact that the Undisputed franchise is known for, and the, genre-defining gameplay that we laid out. Ship date is May 25th, 2010. Yes.